qualified. It's
okay, we've got Heretics on defense, we've got Gentlemates on attack. So again, Gentlemates should try beat default a lot, in my opinion.
Desperate to make it to playoffs, and as
because as soon as this smoke goes here, it becomes good. You could honestly B spam as well because they don't have the wall to try and retake all the time.
As you say, KC hoping that mates can bounce back.
Praying at this point to whoever they can.
Not just here on Lotus, but they need Haven to go their way as well. For Heretics.
What does this mean for C9? Dude, who is C9 playing this week?
Off a little bit, there is a
they cooked?
lot of ground to
I mean,
cover
I think they're
for
cooked,
their opponents.
but I can't remember how bad it is.
Move into the defensive side on Lotus. And with the
they play
door
MIBR?
open,
Oh, okay,
the
they're
rotations
pretty bad.
towards this A site from Heretics are vast. There's 3 players here. Boo is even starting to move towards Heaven, conscious of perhaps someone wrapping up. But it's the C site that is the true target. They're going to pressure the Sentinel of Benji Fishy. He's going to
what can Benji get done? Is he just going to leave site or are we fighting? Flash suggests that he's kind of fighting a little.
He's going to have to hit his shot to start.
I like the flash position.
Sees Nade.
It's a really awkward spot.
Where is this flash?
But it seems like he wasn't going to be able to use it, so I had to fall back. It was a pop flash for anybody who was going to plant. Instead, though, mates have got themselves in a fantastic position. The Sentinel already tagged.
Hey, Ted, dude, this nade is nice, though. It's unlucky that he just gets around the corner. It's a good nade, you don't have much chance to dodge that.
They have at least been able to claim some ground. It looks like an immediate
it's a good reaction from it's a great reaction from them.
And only really one remains.
Hey, much better on this.
It's going to be
2-1. They did a very good reaction to what's going on over towards Heaven here.
Yeah, Starzer even confused me. I thought it was a Seize nade. It was the reveal nade. But clearing out that map control.
Yeah, it was a Seize nade, right? On Heaven?
Running back. A nice take by mates and a much needed pistol round for them. Again, they did not show up on that previous map. The battleground that they chose to be buried on, essentially. Now they climb out of the rubble of that previous map with a 1-0 lead. How long they can hold on to that lead is anyone's guess, and I would be
the hero Bucky and a full pass and start over towards C.
Coming in with a Bucky, there is some threat.
And he's allowed to take space after they make a little bit of sound.
I'm only saying that based on the previous map. A grounded approach is that this should be
this from Heretics.
Lockdown.
They open door. They hear aggro, so they hear aggro sound over towards C, and then they open doors. They know they see default, and then they create the question mark over towards here, because then in theory, you'll hear when they try and clear the question mark, and then you can potentially react by either pushing or rotating. Yeah, like you would hear the Prowler, now these can react. Dude, we got some forward into these rounds recently, man. I like what I'm seeing. Beta goes up, they clear it, they go stack over towards A.
Is that both teams, well, in the last map we're using KC as their litmus test, and for Heretics with this iteration of the roster.
No info from B for Gentlemen, they're not going to be able to pivot on this one. They managed to get 4 people over towards the right side. Oh, that's nice.
Too much until after the map is done of whether
Spike's
or not
committed.
this is a strength. So much damage already done onto these players though, and
yeah, it's a good goal.
The switch up
again, I'll still say Heretics did a pretty good job. They managed to make him, or maybe not make them hit the site where they had 5, but they got 5 to the site they were hitting.
Maybe see him go on the hunt and give a weapon over to somebody else.
It's good mid rounding. It's okay. It's an okay cancel. The problem is they didn't have info here, but I think they spotted all the numbers maybe.
Avoiding all the dangers. They were so slow going to A that all of Heretics were boots on the ground before mates got anywhere near. A taunt and a walk away. It's worked beautifully. All the while, Boo's getting into position. That smoke, well, that step is definitely going to telegraph where he is. No one exiting towards the main on B. Instead, it's into the spawn. I am surprised to see Martin running up this deep until you realize, as you said earlier,
giving the gun, yeah.
He's looking for the orbs. He dropped the rifle over to a teammate, took Mini's Sheriff, I believe. Yeah. Simply went hunting down those final orbs. 2-0 for mates, very nicely done.
Yeah, no, they did good to they did good to not die here as well.
One of those moments towards the end of the round where you realize that they are just doing everything to maximize the orbs, make sure that Martin is as close to that showstopper as possible. But they also come in, again, like the same thing I mentioned for Heretics. This bonus round where you look at it and go, oh yeah, but they got a Bulldog, or they got a Guardian, or they got a Judge. Like, yeah, they're weaker weapons, but with how chaotic
are they weaker weapons?
We've seen this game get. And also remember the Heretics defensive side. Well, last time they played this was hyper aggressive, and it will be again.
This is a big buy from Heretics. But the problem is, with all the utility going down inside A main, those players waiting outside C are going to know that the majority of the forces are not here. This is the weaker side, not even the wall to play off of, so Benji's all alone. Full util dump onto him, but he gets out.
They get a judge set up. That's a hard retake, man.
For Benji. Now he can group up with the team, but
he plays offside with judge. Wait, where are they going?
On B. Stop the flank from coming through.
All over towards here. Now they open the door. Are they overcooking this? Maybe.
Already an isolated play.
Oh,
no,
my.
It's a whiff.
Boo.
Oh, that was the one factor that could have made things awkward for Mates, was they go for this late switch up. I don't mind the idea, but Boo went uncleared, but then he whiffs. And so all of it is irrelevant. Now you're having to go back into the tightest site. A lot of close angles. That judge becomes almost a benefit rather than a hindrance. And you've used a lot of your utility on the other side of the map. They've got barely anything left to play with. Trying to get through. They get past the judge. Woot's done well. That time is ticking. Cliff's still standing. Well, he's all that's left. Incredible stuff.
With a judge set up here, they lost that.
It definitely looked like it would. Benji even surviving the entire round. Props
don't even
to
have
him,
a smoke for B main.
Yeah, it felt like they fell at the first hurdle.
Had no
they
smoke.
did everything right, contained the play towards B, so the wall goes up, and only the TP from Glyph landing as it did. The timing, you could see it from his perspective again. Phenomenal.
We did really good.
I might say. But that narrow margin gave them the opening pick, and for them to just waltz back in.
Nice!
Okay, I thought that was it.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong.
Nice, man. Yeah, good job.
I don't know how, but we'll take it.
That was the pre-nice for
very
the
spot on.
I see. Okay, I'm not familiar with the meta.
That's on me. Andronicus with the Prime. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate the Prime usage.
Ahead of next week, and that wall's still in play. Same idea, this time with the neon wall and an immediate push around. Pressure onto C again, but this time, Heretics have got numbers here. 2 players, Benji drawing their eye, and it will be Koshmaros to deliver the death blow. 1 found, but he's dealt with after. And the numbers sit in the hands of
If you're losing one pistol for sure, would you rather lose on attack or defense? I'm losing one pistol for sure. I would rather lose on attack because it's easier to pick up a gun from someone over one.
I'd like to know if it was his decision to do that or if someone was shouting. Screaming. Bear in mind, Starzo is dead and could be watching. Now Woot, almost one-man retook in the last round. His first 3 kills. This one should be a little bit tougher. That post plant always hard to break. Paranoia utilized. And especially with a showstopper in hand. That's already going to be utilized, but it's more just for Glyph to take the fight. Leaving it all up to 1. And while Woot first comes easy, but I don't think there's going to be anything more to have.
Oh my God.
Okay, that makes it interesting. Bippo should have it dead
it's good
to
damage in the end here, though.
Closer
But
than they
that does
would
force
have
them down to an
liked,
eco,
but it's a
so
round for Mates nonetheless.
big round for Mates.
Yeah, a tight margin, but 3-1 lead in terms of the early half. Everything going according to plan. The blip in the radar for round 3 is kind of what you expect with the rifles, not with how it played out. I do think that should have been their round to close in the side of Mates. But in how we've gotten here, it doesn't really matter. It's more about the destination, not the climb.
Well played. Good
Especially when you're fighting your way back into a map and into a series.
Mate, this guy does this
Mates,
sometimes.
3-1.
He's probably the only neon Odin user as well we've got.
The Ares investment, before you ask, I detest it.
I mean,
Ares,
it was a little odd.
Ares,
It was a little odd, but he also looks pretty good at it.
Ares on the neon.
Can't wait for him to get 4 kills in this round.
I would say not a chance, but I have seen stranger things.
Yeah, the Bucky in the last. We'll see how he goes.
Look at him go,
There's
see?
1. Gonna get anything more? 3
bullets
bullets left, so it'd have to
but
be
it's
very
2 guns down
impressive.
here now.
Mitch is already annoyed by the first one, by the way, and okay! They're making this work anyway! Martin, 1v4 in the last map. Looking for a 1v3 in this one. Lightning fast reaction.
Great jump, man, from Benji. What a good jump out from him.
Anyway.
Dude, fair play. Stunned the left, isolated the one, slid out, and he's owned him. He's owned him with his gun.
It's obviously an essential pickup for Mates to keep the ball rolling, but then I saw the
Yeah,
Ares
he's doing his own thing out there. I like it.
You do like the Bandit, though.
Yeah, of course.
So there you go. That was a good advertisement for the Bandit.
It was.
Yeah, Benji was silent here the whole time.
Nice.
But I think
how much do we flame Gentlemates for doing a 5-pass and wrap round here instead of opening door once? Quite a bit. Not even a Prowler invested.
Yeah, exactly. I doubted Miley, and it will be the last time I ever do that. Mates now left with nothing because of how we got here, and Woot's killing them with a classic. My guy is leveling the playing field and still coming out on top. This is ridiculous. What? How did he get two with the Outlaw close like that? The plant at least for Mates, but silver linings on a very gray cloud.
Very nice for Woot on this.
4K from Woot.
A lot of money.
And frankly, I hope, and I have no doubt the replay is
John
teed
Hyung
up for
with the
that,
tier 1. Appreciate the 12
I don't
months.
know how he got away with that much.
They opened, yeah, but they gotta do something, man. They gotta fade Prowler it.
Definitely knew he was there. To
They're
be honest,
acting like
we've
it's
seen
clear.
a lot of like trolley kills and crazy gameplay, but from that in-zone flawless, the most upsetting thing was seeing that Starzo uses the minima ghost. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing Bippo could have done there, except look the right way at the position
But
they
how
knew a
could they
player
have
was
known
in.
after he got a kill that he was
That's
there?
very true, and then they immediately saw that he
I think he used
couldn't fall back.
Ray's invisible ability. That
It could be, yeah. The
new buff.
Shanks has
Blast
2k
Pack
on
TP.
Gentlemates.
Yep.
I like what Shanks is doing,
didn't
though.
think
I
of
like that
that.
he
That's
is
on
just
me.
showing you why you
3-3,
shouldn't gamble.
and what was a
It's,
stellar
I mean, it's
start
expensive for
Mates
him,
is now
but it's
grown
cool that he
pretty
wants to
dim.
like show everyone
As it seems Team Heretics
the effects of
the ones
gambling.
picking up
It's
the pace, finding
very
the momentum,
respectable.
but now Rifle's back out as we're neck and neck. Mates chance to get back on the board. Let's see if they can get it done.
He loses all the money, so you guys don't have to.
Have mini deposit on
pretty sick.
I will enter myself
I
close.
like it.
I can do blind if they're close.
Wait, Care they will spam me through smoke,
If
yeah?
they are close, can we fight it with Sarksa?
Yeah, we
Blind
can,
I will need deep and special on top.
Wait.
If you run it down, okay?
Yeah. Rolling.
Nothing, he's just deep.
Fire. He's spamming
By himself. It'll be
Place boom bug. He checked
Bomb
this.
B.
Yeah. Come back.
Come contact here after this.
With you, Martin.
Can he take the rock?
Wait, I'm coming.
I don't see him. Come pick, guys. Pick 3, 2.
They're reclearing it.
It'll be. It'll be.
Come pick top set.
Come on.
Then he backside.
Go. Nothing elbow. Come through left side.
Say clear.
One right side. Big left. 3, 2.
Both from Woot.
Pillar, 2 pillar.
70 raise, an open door. Find you guys, Neon.
Yeah, Neon behind us.
Fight forward, all three. It was all three.
One waterfall, one flank.
1 HP, Vice.
I'm gonna say waterfall.
Flanker water.
Minus 100 on Vice.
Starzo, time ticking away, 12 seconds. Spike in hand, but I think he was hoping that someone would give him a fight. Instead, just sitting back, waiting. We will now see that peak. 28 HP, and he's going to have to let go. And that's enough for Boo to just run away. He may get himself an additional orb.
Yeah, man. I
That'll
like,
be all she wrote for the round.
again, I like how Heretics
You can see
look.
the change up from Mates in this one. Clearly having the expectation that their opponents are going to get
I think an
aggressive.
assistant coach is a
But I
must
like
these
that it's
days,
a
for
little
sure.
bit later in the round. You see them go hunting for the lurker.
The game's progressed too much, man.
In very, very quickly.
First year, you could get away without a coach. Second year, you could get away with one coach.
Insane,
no need
boys.
for that.
Maybe, well, to win, I would say in 2023, you
4
probably
out
have
of
to
the
have an
last 5
assistant
rounds,
coach
3
as
in a
well.
row for Heretics. What started as a bit of a slow start to the map. They're getting back
Might
into that
even
form. And
be at
Woot
the
on
stage where you have
defensive
to have
side,
3 these
genuinely,
days, as in
his
like some kind of
performances on Lotus
analyst.
have been insane. He was 17 and 5 the last
Depends
time
how
they
good,
played this map.
Depends how good your 2 coaches are.
Oh, round 8.
Did Mini have one? Yeah, he had Anders.
Wait, I mean, for Mates, they still come in with somewhat of an investment, some opportunities here. First man of Boo spotted. There's a second man in the corner. They've seen him, but they can't deal with him. And not until at least one more player falls for Mates. In a round like this, perhaps you can look at that as a positive. Trading out, even when the weaponry is at a disadvantage. And with 3 ends down, that's going to accelerate the push that's coming through from Woot. All the while, it is being watched. Mini tucked in and waiting. Here's the steps, and he's on that little angle. Rarely checked.
Oh my!
And
What is
Woot's running
that?
back. Oh, this is an easy
Showed him the gun
backstab for
barrel.
Mini if ever I've seen one. All
That's
that they have to do is
kind
avoid
of
the
crazy. I
fight
mean,
with
Mini
the
should
smoke
still get the go.
down.
Huh?
Oh, Woot's going to take his time
Dude,
closing up the distance.
He's like, please give me this kill, man.
No iota.
Okay, there we go.
Death is creeping up behind him. A wonderful
Potter,
round from Mates.
Potter had Zix in 2023, and then
a save already called.
dude, she had that guy that used to did he used to work at NASA or something? I can't remember where he used to
I love
work.
the call as well from Mini. Like,
He used to do CS stuff.
Him all over, where you have he hears the
He had
steps
someone
running
else that
up
was
from
pretty
C.
smart.
The second he hears that, his teammates have the B side,
Oh?
but instead they
I think
opt to
before
TP
Foe.
to C. He knows then that that player, when they hit the plant, will likely rotate back in the other direction, and because of that, Woot is dead to right. If it comes down to a B side, if it's a 1v1 with Mini and he's looking the right way, maybe that goes Woot's way. Instead, he makes sure that he 100% will get a backstab. He'll force Woot back into a rotation the other way. He just used all of the sound cues. These fights were
I can't
definitely
remember who
very
it is.
awkward, though.
He used to do CS stuff.
Yeah, sometimes the bookie can give you the edge, and well, other times it puts the blade to your throat. It wasn't an easy battle, but making the best of a bad situation. Mates 4-4. It's a
none
good
of the
sign,
people you guys
especially
send.
coming in with a lot of ultimates online. But a showstopper
Riot,
on either
thanks so much for the
side.
prime. I appreciate that.
Round 9 having a full buy for both teams, and op in hand for Koshmaras. It's a default from Mates. No A main control.
Is the
attempted.
analyst responsible for
They're hearing
anti-stratting?
that, they're putting the pieces together,
It
as you've
depends.
seen
So,
this
some will
utility
do
making its way
anti-stratting
down
for sure.
deep on C.
Mostly the analyst does like
They're gonna
stat-based
fill in that
stuff.
space that has been left
but
open for them towards the A side.
Honestly,
Maybe
the
sitting
roles are
around
like
with
so
Mini.
loose
And when you see
that it's kind of just a
absolutely nothing
title,
here,
but you will
should get a
do
decent
like
read,
every
especially the
other,
last
even
round,
assistant coaches and actual
that this is
coaches,
where the
everyone will do
Sentinel's
like
playing.
a slightly
But
different
putting
thing.
pressure onto Benji, I
It
mean,
really just depends on the
it's not
team
that it's
and like
gone
what people
badly,
excel at.
but they haven't been able to deal with him. He always gets out. The thing is, from his position now, that's not really an option if they do go hell
2019
for
Boston
leather after.
C9 coach.
That's why the rotates are coming through.
Yeah, I didn't even know who
I
that
like
is.
the idea as well. You've baited his utility. You know that a lot of the time when that is baited, you rotate back. They've even waited out the TP.
Valens.
So this
It is
sells a
Valens. That's
complete
who I'm thinking of.
false idea to the side of
Yeah,
Heretics that
she had Valens
it's
for a little
going
bit.
to be a play towards the other side of the map, but they're not being particularly quiet about it.
30 seconds left.
Well, certainly not now with that deep control. Martin only has an opportunity to take a pop
Sure,
shot, but we'll just back off
Get the
afterwards.
sight.
Now Viper's pit down. A lot
Spike's
of
like
control.
a
to play
little
with.
out, but is this
Order
though? Is this
basically
one of those where you
fully
can
blocked
just see it?
off.
No, okay. Oh,
This
it's
is on Woot,
honestly,
surely. Showstopper in play. I
if they
feel
go
like that's
heavy
their way
heaven
back
here and
in,
kind of
if
look
there
at this
is one.
pit,
But
they
they need
might
to
be able
find it
to
first.
send this with ult.
Battling your way back
As soon as the
through
smoke goes,
would
they
be
can have a
great if
really
they
good
had
shot.
Valor still, but
Yeah,
without
they might
that
have to
work
drop this
with,
Viper
even
ult.
with Bippo down, it is going to be a bit of a blind fire from Woot. He's searching.
Jesus.
Seeking that Viper who's now left the site completely, running the time down, spamming from afar as Woot falls. Mini finds a second and even gets out with his life. A beautifully played round. They tried
nicely
to
handled from
fight the
Gentleman.
Viper
We'll
in
say
the
this,
pit, but it
it's
was
a pretty cool
waiting
pit,
just
man.
outside.
It actually did damage
that's
to
a
Boo as he was
wonderful
trying to
round
get
from
up
it.
onto the
I
ledge
think
to
especially
defuse, and
having
at the
that
same time it goes so
realization that,
deep over towards
okay, they've
Waterfall
got a
that
pick,
you literally
Showstopper's
have to
coming.
go heaven.
I don't want to be anywhere where I can be caught.
They
I'll
tanked,
just fade out
that's
with
nice.
the rest of
They
them,
tanked so much damage getting out.
and then we just play the post. Everybody will be low. If we spam towards the pit while someone tries to defuse, they don't really stand a chance. And then Mini's also just going back in for contact as well. Wonderful post plant.
Guys, listen! You shit!
That's awesome.
Wow. 5-4.
That's so good.
Heretics, it's going to be a moment to take a breather, take a pause. as
Friendliest, thank you so much for the
first
7
map
months,
went
man.
swimmingly, and
Appreciate
this
you.
one's already proving to be that little bit tougher. Of course, a
Not
map
a
that was
chance, bro. You want me
talked
to
about a
dox
lot
myself?
In the last map, in particular, Koshmaras. Its first week when playing on the chamber went about as rough as it could, but
Yeah.
the swap up to Neon, the role that I think I said coming into the league was 45% he played within tier 2 and
You
elsewhere.
think they'll nerf Neon before
It has
London?
been
I'm
a
not sure, man.
massive swap
I
up
got no
for
idea,
him
to be honest
and
with
for
you.
the team.
It has indeed. I mean, that debut, look, we know how difficult it can be down on that stage, and we've seen it, no shortage of examples in this stage, but it really made you wonder, was it the right move to make that roster change? Like, has anything actually improved? And I guess that is the thing, it takes time, much like, I mean, speaking of the team whose life hangs in the balance in this game, much like KC, it feels like it takes time. I mean, perhaps too much time, but that roster has promise, at least on paper. Koshmaras, well, he's showing us exactly what was promised. An incredible performance, an incredible step up from him, but in this round, He steps down from the plate early.
Ooh, it's good info.
Nice shot connected by Bippo. And again, seeing that A main aggression. They saw Omen and Raze as well. I think they should know about Starzo with the Haunt. Everything points to the C site being open for the taking, or at least that pressuring it will force rotations to come in to help Benji.
At one
this
point,
has been what mates are doing every time they see that deep A aggression.
Sorry, Heretics
Only
are going
this
to
time
try
holding back much further. As you can
old
see,
C.
Bippo
They're
still
just C
waiting
spamming
outside
right
A.
now. They got no
Expecting
Viper,
some
so it's like
aggression,
every time they do
expecting a
pressure
flank
here,
attempt.
it's just open. And you can't freely rotate if you're back of sight, so once you clear back of sight, you kind of just see if they actually re-clear this as well. So easy for them to hit. That's the problem about the Viper. Like C in front B becomes so weak. Even A becomes a little weak because of being able to fight. Viper just has so much pressure everywhere.
As you said, like,
It's nice from Gentleman's as well though. They get the Fawns out of them early, and then they hold over towards A and then insta-rotate once they see numbers. Well, insta-hit over towards C once they hit numbers. As much as the game plan was like really good from Heretics here, Gentleman's game plan on this is nice. Playing against the no Viper well.
But that's going to make it a whole lot easier in the post block.
Oh, a rifle picked up for Boo.
I think Heretics have a chance to make London. I genuinely do, yeah. I think they, I wasn't believing 2 weeks ago.
Coming in from Starzo as well.
But
for Boo,
the more I watch them, the more I give them
maybe is the play here.
a percentage.
He's going to get one with that off angle. Nicely done, but Martin's not far behind. The swing, it will catch him in the end.
Great round for Martin. Again, it's just nice C hits.
And maybe we could see that showstopper back online before the end of the half.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're going to be feeding orbs to him, and well, you can see he's top of the board right now, 12 and 6. Wu on the other side, and that's the thing. Wu, you saw a moment ago. I think it was like what, just over 30% in the retakes. One of those retakes was basically just him killing everyone. Like 3 kills on the entry back into that B site in round number 3.
Trying to make C stronger. Gonna fight this area better.
Struggled. And versus KC, they didn't really need to retake much because they were winning so dominantly a lot of the rounds. Well, the Odin now in play once again. We've seen this one before. It's something Kushmaris did last week. And
yeah, I mean, it's a little underrated as well against the Viper. Right, some kind of, now you can't spam here. Some kind of Odin here every time they open. This is going to be good, especially as, like, as soon as they put the wall up, you spam the choke.
The Neon certainly allows you to get in and
there's
out
more
of there
options for them to get past it, but
much to the chagrin of mates
still
in this
wreck them if they
scenario.
get past the line.
Woot holding on that corner.
Boy,
this
it's a
time
great
they go,
flash up
well,
with the
let's
contact.
pressure
Got a
Benji
dink here
again.
as well.
It worked pretty well last time, and well, Benji's got a buddy with him. Thorns gonna slow them, and indeed stop them entirely. Martin stuck in position with the second Thorn Bloom, and all the while the wraparound coming in. 3-man flank underway. The big guns of the Odin, but it's not going to be the point of contact. Boo instead walking up, and although Martin was looking the right way, he still gets planted by that glyph.
Very nice.
Not a chance.
And Flash Hand still jump out.
Team Heretics, they're closing in that distance. We could well see a 6-6 half.
It almost felt like the plan there was put covering fire. Okay, sure, it gets a kill, but then force them into Wu. Because this guy's on at the moment. 13 and 8, another double where it felt like he was almost fighting alone. If they can get him in position and then set themselves up for the attack side,
Your Viper on
I
this
think
map,
Heretics are still in a
try
pretty
and do
decent
both
spot
personally.
here. Especially with mates winning the pistol.
Probably one of the rare maps I wouldn't do double duelist and just have a solo
I'm
Neon.
seeing Martin on the duelist instead of the Vito.
That's crazy. What an out there thing to say.
I don't know if it'd work
it
though.
kind of looks good on it, mate.
It's so
We
hard
can
because
see
your
more of
Neon's
that.
so good.
I mean, hell,
Would you just get wrecked against the Vice because you'd have everything to break it, maybe?
Yep. The power of the evolution. I
Probably
love
not.
it. Kosh Maris, a man after my own heart. He is risking getting flanked. If someone was contacting B, he's dead. But a risk worth taking. Damage done. But no kills that come from it just yet. Root on his way in. Seeking out anybody. Sound will be stolen away from him for now at least. But Starzo goes down.
There's so many
Numbers
options.
equalized.
There's like
And
3
mates
opportunities.
Still without a plant. They are just stalling out, waiting for an overextension.
Yeah, you can't lose the post plant if you don't let them plant.
Oh.
You can't lose the round, but that's another thing altogether. Benji, low on HP, is high-low. Rians is waiting just behind. He's going to regress the patience of mates. As I said, the mid-round calling from Starzo has been sublime. like just putting them in positions to win the round, and at this point just trading out will be enough for Martin. Is more than happy to take the 1v1. Leaves
Right, surely this guy has to be on the duelist,
for a
man.
spam kill. I think he took about the same
Not
amount
sure I
of
want to
damage
see him
back
on
in
VO.
return, and it's not been his day so far today, needing a lot in this 1v3.
Actually hit the
and
two at
he
the bottom.
will get, well, the same treatment as everybody
Nice
else.
from
Killed by
Gentleman's. They
Yeah,
spammed
even
the hell out of
blast pack
C.
there, beautifully done to push that player back 7-5. A very strong performance from Mates, comparing it to their previous as well. You know what? We've heard enough from these casters. Let's hear from another who's co-streaming here in the building. Over to our buddy Hazza right after the replays.
Nice!
Yeah, caster turned co-streamer apparently. Hello, Hazza. What are you doing here in the co-streaming booth?
We've never seen that career change before, have we? No, I'm just here in the arena watching the games, having a good time.
Enjoying them so far?
Yeah, it's been all right,
And
you know?
I heard you're here not alone, right?
No.
So what happened with Cairo? Is the duo still together?
The duo is still together. Cairo's just off enjoying the many sights that Berlin has to offer, I imagine, and you know, he'll be back soon, but for now it's just me holding it down.
You decided to come back into the arena on your day off instead of enjoying the many sights of Berlin.
Yeah, the arena's the place to be, obviously.
Obviously. Well, I mean, how have you found the game so far?
Yeah, look, it's been good. I'm looking forward to Vitality against BBL, though. I think that's a pretty big one in the group. Obviously, one of them could still miss out. GX didn't win yesterday, though. That would have been a big one for it. But yeah, should be exciting.
And if you were in Gentlemate's coach position
God,
right
he was
now,
on
obviously they're leading
EG. Dude,
at the
only
half,
for a short time,
what
though,
do
I
you think they need
think.
to do to be able to close this one out?
Yeah, that was a nice one from me, though.
Martin, go kill. Why not?
Martin, go
Yeah,
kill.
Martin, go
Seems
kill.
to be the storyline either way. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Hazza. Enjoy the rest of your coach stream. We're going to toss it right back to Mitch and Tom.
Thank you, Billy. Yes, indeed. 7-5 for Gentlemates at the moment. And look, this is definitely an uptick on what we saw from the previous map. And no man more so than Martin embodying that 16.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Nice
I like him.
What do you mean?
Yeah, true. Did he end up with this kind of a scoreline after the first half, though? Or even both halves put together?
No.
He's looking very confident and comfortable on that raise. And I don't think anyone could have seen that coming. It's a real surprise down here.
Yeah. Woot has been matching him, though. And that's the thing. Like, Woot being able to do that on the defensive side has got them.
Where are we at? 2-1 on the
It's definitely
pistols.
been a quieter performance. I think Mates did incredibly well
2-1
to
on the
sort of
pistols.
force Benji out of the site and force them into retakes, which, as I said, if you looked at their performance last week, it was
Who's been your favourite team to watch
hyper-aggressive,
across the all
almost
regions?
defenses.
I mean,
And we didn't
favourite
really
team's
get to
obviously
see much
Paper
of
X
their
with how they
attack
play,
because
man.
they
It's
were
just
so
fun to
far
watch.
in the lead. We will
In
now
terms of who's looking the best,
get to
it's
see
an
what they
America's
have
team. I
planned.
just
And
don't know
do think
which.
with this sort of composition,
Problem is,
allowing
last time I watched MIBR,
Heretics to dictate the
they knew they
pace
were going to win, so they were just randomly
could work
buying
out
for
for
like
them.
4 rounds. But it could be MIBR. But from what I've seen in terms of how they play, Crew's probably the one.
Certainly seems to be the idea
But
for now. They are just
I imagine
tucked
it will
in on
switch
the
to
side of
MIBR
Mates,
after
but a trap set and
the...
soon to be
Wait, they play
sprung
C9. It's not
off
the biggest
Starzo's
test,
contact.
but maybe.
They go wide from the door and from behind the box.
Oh, they feel like they
And
cleared
although
it.
Heretics are being cautious of this, they have no idea what is waiting for them. Unfortunately, for Mates, the door's being taken. They
Oh
bypassed
my.
it completely,
He's
even picking
melted
up
him.
Mini as he tries to cross back. And with the smoke down, the side's theirs. The plant can be found, and Mates are now the ones that need to make a move.
Yeah, look at some of the
I
HPs
don't
as well.
know
They
if
got
the
wrecked.
Spidey sensors were tingling, but yeah, they managed to completely avoid the trap setup. Quick flank coming in. Considering the plant, they're going to almost have to fight this. The fight ending in a trade for now, but eventually Riens comes
Oh,
out
he
on
gets
top,
around the corner.
leaving it into a glyph clutch, and with the
He was so
reswing,
sure he was
giving
wrapping
him
around
an
left.
opportunity. And even spotting his opponent, that allows him to potentially get this to half at least. Will he try and
Oh my
stick
God.
it all the way?
Okay.
Well, maybe tried to stick it a little too long.
Dude, he's so
Mara's on the
shocked that he
side,
committed.
and that will be a pistol
Most
now
people
for
aren't committing
Heretics, a
like
chance
that.
to
I like it.
equalize.
Yeah, a chance that, from what we've seen so far, they won't let slip. Again, like this was a great idea from Mates. I think they set themselves up perfectly. They were extremely patient. And unless I'm missing something, oh my goodness. Unless I'm missing something, Heretics didn't see anything that gave away the play. They just decided not
Wasn't
to go in that
Dantonica, we got
direction,
one
which,
bandit going
well,
on.
that was exactly what they needed to do.
I love how in sync the
Sure.
coaches are with the exact same celebration.
Didn't they 5, man?
They've spent too much time with each other at this
A little
point.
scary, but they picked the right side on this.
Well,
Boom bot to clear close left.
barely anything invested.
Double smoke,
A full
Thorns to
A-side
stop the
stack.
flood.
And their opponents have gone C.
Yeah.
It is
Good util though. And you can
almost
cancel, I
definitely
guess.
gonna
I
end
just
up
wish
with
they had.
as many people as you can dying to the spike, and try not to get.
I mean, I
well,
guess they could
try
be,
not to
so.
give Rians a kill, which is going to be fairly difficult because again, I imagine he's going to give the gun over to Benji and just run at them, and if he dies, he has his ult next round.
Nice from Boo here. Didn't commit.
For Mates. Oh yeah, they are just going to tuck outside, but
There's the
it's
kill
not
for the ult.
avoiding the deaths. It's not avoiding giving the orbs over when Rian's just
Should,
takes you down through the smoke
should
and
let-
the wall.
should
Another
let-
one
what the hell?
making its way into the hands of Heretics.
Kind of just switch
Well, if
these
the
guns
idea
here,
was
but
to
Benji's
make
so
it
far
costly
away.
If they exit your way and avoid giving them orbs, it is a failure thus far.
Sure. No, Stelzo should be pretty happy
Another
because he already had
of the
ult.
Star Zone,
That
although
was the one
already had the
Vandal.
ult.
Like, if he'd actually dropped that, that would have been so irritating just to get rid of the one proper rifle. But instead, Rians is in a fantastic spot. He's got his ultimate online. Gets to... Oh, he's actually given the Vandal to Wu. What a great teammate Rians is.
So you can see here that Heretics are ready to just blitz into the C site. And when this happened, for Mates, they met a lot of resistance. There was always Thorns there.
Yeah, but
There
I
was
mean,
always
the good thing about
some,
Mates is
like
they're
a
gonna have
flash
double
going out of
smoke.
Benji.
Yeah,
He was able
they're
to
doing the
retreat
orb
for
lineup.
free.
Like
This
the main
time,
reason
for
why
Mates'
Heretics couldn't
defense,
hold
it's
this.
Glyph. And with that one-way smoke already bypassed, he's in a lot of
he got
trouble.
tagged.
With no way out, they have immediately
Bro,
shut
he
it
got
down.
tagged
The
on his
difference
jump
in
and he just
solo
ended up jumping on the
As
spot.
an Omen versus a Vice clearly on display, and now it seems like Heretics have this one locked down. Let's see if Mates can fight their way back.
Hey, chill.
They will nade it, bro. I have thorns. Guys, I've got KC wall.
I'm alive.
You smoke right side.
Waterfall play.
Guys, I can flash.
Wait, CT singular remaining.
Jesus.
Last city, bro, chill.
Let's go split.
Yes, CT.
Yeah,
I just prowler.
I need the gun.
yeah, me too.
Bro, I think he's just leaving.
I want the gun.
fuck,
Bro, Kosh, how did you get 4K, bro?
What the fuck?
Bro, it took 10 minutes, 10 seconds. It took 10 seconds. I saw him get a 4K and no one reacted. Not a word. And then like, wait, how'd you get 4 there, bro?
Well, no, my
That's
favorite
insane.
com there is you have Koshmaris get 4 kills and then Benji goes chill.
Chill,
Like,
chill,
it's
guys.
No, I think he's allowed to push now. I think in a 1v5 you can let the man go looking for the kill. Instead, Benji, maybe you needed to chill because you're the one that goes down. But it seems like Bippo will get away with it. No ace.
Dude, show me the
this
replay.
time
It looked like pretty good
for
comms on this one.
Koshmaris, but I'm hoping they
So
hyped
far in
him
the
up after the round,
listenings, I'm
'cause,
pretty
yeah,
impressed
that
with
was-
Benji, man.
That's the quietest I've ever heard.
Cool. I guess when your teammates are like Woo, Brienne's, like
Oh,
they have quite a high bar.
Chill, yo. Oh my goodness.
There was someone else in there who was like, yeah, like I can flash.
Koshmaris, come on.
There we go.
Don't go for
But the
it.
coach just cheered him on at least.
One of them
Oh.
did. Neil just clapped. Yeah, I said the bar's too high for these guys at this point, and Heretics are going to take the lead. It is feeling a little bit like Martine
let's
and
do into a
friends once
bonus,
again.
force them down to an eco.
There's still a long way to go
I guess you just try to get the neon ult,
in this half.
but you would,
But such a
I mean,
dominant
you would want one of these,
bonus
but they're so
victory,
far
that
away.
has got to hurt.
Well, that's the thing, right? Slipping back into the patterns of the previous map, where Mates had a couple decent rounds here and there, often off the backs of individuals, and then they got shut down. Now the initial plan to have Glyph aggressive towards C and at least hold the info, it doesn't work. They can't play that confidently
A lot
anymore.
of people
it's the
here for
downside of
Mates.
playing against a Neon. You don't have
But it's
some
nice, the
serious
Thorns
util
stop
to
the
slow
fast
them
blood,
down.
they
get
gotta
that
wait a little
space, They
bit.
get that fight off barrier up. But I like
Is
what
the
they do
stun
here.
in place?
Glyph falls
Yeah,
back, wait
close
for
enough.
the rotates, and play with the numbers. The problem is they have weaker weapons, and they've been spammed through smoke. I mean, that's a bigger problem, to be honest. Rian's just taking a triple. Probably no one in the comms is saying anything at this point.
Well,
And it's
gonna
just
get
an
that
easy
fatal
game
pretty early.
for Team Heretics. Yes, an in-zone flawless. Yes,
Another one.
their opponents were on low weaponry, but it should not have looked nearly that easy.
No, I also like how Benji is actually utilizing his thorns in the tape. Because it's like, versus a low buy, there's a good chance that if you start seeing utility, you're going to want to flood early. You want to get ahead of them planting,
Does
which they
Fnatic
did eventually
seem convincing?
I don't know how, but
Yeah.
But he has
I think
the
Fnatic
thought.
looked
So
pretty
all three
convincing.
players just have to sit outside.
Wait,
That's
they're
why
beating
Luke's now on an
some of
elevated angle,
the
players already into the
middle
side
of the
because
pack, maybe
you
middle
can't
to
just run
higher of
through
the
those
pack of
thorns. You'll take a
standings.
ludicrous amount of damage.
They're in a good spot.
And so because of it, it just makes it look even easier than
They
it
still
would
have a
been.
permaban though, right? I'm
who's
pretty
just
sure they still
throwing a blast
permaban
pack
Pearl.
in the spawn?
Like the only rough thing for them at the moment.
Oops. Oops, that happens. That's Woot. He's going to be playing
Woot has thrown a blast pack.
One last blast pack for this round. Unlucky. But yeah, taking a look at Martin. I mean, his most played agents, surprisingly not the Vito.
No, that was specifically last week. So there you go. But
yeah.
He played incredibly well, and he is once again 18 and 11. Next highest player, Glyph, 11 and 9.
There's
and then
Mo
it does
shooting.
drop off
Yeah, I
quite
mean, he was a tier 2
significantly
player.
from there, but this has been one of the biggest talking points with mates this year. Is it Martin and friends?
Is the salary difference between a head coach and an
an
assistant coach really that big? Depends on the team, man. Depends on the team.
When no longer having
In Heretics, they're very close together.
Yes, but you're still in that same
For
bracket.
sure.
You're feeling like he has to almost lift.
I think as well. Wait, am I allowed to talk about that?
Able to win this game, we need someone else.
Sure.
In the first couple of weeks, we had
I think
by far their best player.
Neil was offered like a
Missing a
percentage
little
of
bit
the
here.
skins and gave Weber a little bit of
Yeah,
them,
I don't think we can put it on
and
any
so that they could kind of
one
feel more
player.
equal.
No.
But it is definitely a factor to think about. Now 9-7 for Heretics, rifles in hand for both teams, and again, this is where it starts to slip away from you.
Yeah, it depends on the,
even a 10-7.
it depends on
in
the
most games, but thinking of the
depends on the
previous match,
situation.
thinking of how we got here, that's where you start to get concerned. You start to get worried. I certainly am for mates. They need a confidence builder, something to bring them back into this. Starzo, he was caught by the siege, but he survives, steps back in with full HP, and it looks like a retake already needed. The problem is Koshmaris, he's getting aggressive. He was playing up deep, and well, the showstopper at least trades
All
out.
coming from heaven. Not sure that's gonna work, guys.
Already though. Leaves them a man down on the retake. Stars over the trades are immediate. Koshmaris is trading everything out, and then he stops trading. He's just killing at this point. Leaves it all to just Martin. Don't peek him. You got
He
a flash
definitely
on the
didn't do it for
corner.
Bacon. Oh, not a
It's not
chance.
going to blind him.
He was lucky if he got a day off.
It is going to buy additional time. Nobody giving him an angle, nobody giving him a fight. And in the end, who else but Koshmaris?
Yeah, I don't know if this
Moving
retake's any
himself
good
further up the
though.
board,
Like, why are they all coming
putting
from
himself
heaven?
more on the lips of many, because these last couple of weeks, he is shining bright.
The funny thing is, they tried to deal with him at the start. The paranoia went through to push him back to this angle. And
This whole round is them trying to deal with him.
God,
yeah.
he's
Much to the
instantly headshotting
detriment of
people.
them, they forced him into an untradeable angle as he just took shot after shot.
Looking
on those
like a
headshot
standout
angles.
game for him.
And initially, if the showstopper
17
just
to
went
9,
through,
he
it
was
would've
frying
found
on
him.
the fast
It
map
would've
as
dealt
well,
with the
forcing him
biggest
down to an
problem,
eco.
but the piece of utility in the paranoia that
At
they
the moment,
put
they're
through.
just having like these one halves that
It's
they
a good
just
idea.
completely
It's a
dominate.
solid way to take. Unfortunately, it played against them just by sheer look. Where he ended up 10-7, and as I said, this is where I get worried. Nice stuff by Benji, catching Starzo as well in the B lurk. That's
Fado
gonna be
hits
something
one
in the
over
back of their
towards
minds
C.
now for mates in the future buy
Well,
rounds.
Martin, you got to
More
do it all, mate.
importantly, Martin's
Ah,
alone.
dude, he's doing
Koshmaris
nice, man.
is styling on
He's,
them.
do you know what he's got
It's
down?
starting to slip
He's got
away,
the
Tom,
jump
and actually starting
distance
now. We're
into
in full
slide. He's
slide.
getting like max distance as he goes into the science.
No.
Take some damage from the boombot. Eventually we'll get the rifle, but even still getting back into this is going to be incredibly difficult. Glyph trying to make some space. He's got to be careful though, because Rians
Like, no
is
matter
close.
what, even if he
We
doesn't
talked a
hit the
lot
shot,
about Koshmaris,
his
but
teammates are
it's safe
trading
to
him.
say that Rians has been coming back into this game for a while. We talked about his
Nice.
maybe slightly lucky spray a couple of rounds ago. The last few rounds have been nothing close to luck. He is catching up fast, and this is something we'll always talk about with this Team Heretics roster. You can pick any three of the players on this team. If they're on, they're a tough team to beat. And there are three that are definitely on right now.
Nice, man.
Well, and up till this week as well, I think for Koshmaris, there's sort of a question mark of could he hit
Could
that
he be
level?
one of them? Yeah.
Exactly. Is he one of those potential big players? And, well, there's no more questions around him. It's been a stellar series, 19-9 on this map with a lights-out start. Really one of the reasons that mates were dug so deep into their graves so early on in this series. And as I said, this was the worrying point. 2 rounds ago was where we got very worried, because with that bye round going the way of Heretics, they stepped closer to closing out
Fish
this
by
series
fish.
2-0. More
The
importantly,
Heretics.
to locking KC out of playoffs, and more importantly, I guess, in context
Man,
of this
they're gonna
map,
they're definitely
they've
gonna
won
be
6
believing.
rounds in a row now, and
They
it's
look
starting
good.
to feel like map 1 again. It's starting to feel like that first half was mates having
I'm
a bit
actually
of
starting
comfort,
to believe
but now
as
they're
well.
under pressure on the
Dude,
defense,
Benji in
and
London
they
would be
don't
insane.
have the answers.
Yeah, I think if you're a KC fan right now, you better start pulling out some sort of ritual or something. I think that's your best bet, because 6 rounds in a row.
What week are we on? Are we on? We're on week 4.
Other than maybe
One
the
more
whole
week,
team walking into where Martin
and
is
then
standing
playoffs.
and him hitting 5 headshots, I don't really see them
they can avoid
coming
being
out
4th
of
seed,
any
right?
of these rounds looking particularly good. The sheer pace which Heretics are playing at, it reminds you of that old school Heretics with Miniboo in the roster. Once they got
especially
going,
with the head-to-head
it
here.
really did feel like they were impossible to stop.
Nothing shy of a room full of candles and a picture of Aang needed for mates to bounce back into this one. Spam
Mini?
good from Wood right
Where's your
off.
team?
Wall goes down, and so do 2 players on each side. Good trades by mates. Benji closing in the distance on B, but the Prowler distracted long enough, absorbed some shots, and left him dead in the dirt. Heretics a man down, and for what feels like the
it's
first
already an
time
ult
this
down.
half, they have to fight back from a disadvantage. Without Koshmaris, and now
He got it pretty fast.
it's only Boo to do it. 2 players low, a headshot given right away.
Oh my god.
It's so close,
Oh.
but Cliff gets there in the end.
Close, bro. It's like the best round Heretics
that would
could
have been the
lose.
nail in the coffin,
But the
no
ult out of
doubt
them
about it,
and
but instead,
took 4
a
guns away.
lifeline. And that pause making a difference.
They got a raise ult as well to make this easy.
Came down to thin margins. A couple of wonderful shots and big round from Starzo.
Psycho Syak.
I said,
Yeah, with the
that's
prime.
going to
Thank
be
you
the
so
major
much.
thing from
Appreciate
my
the
side.
3
Is
months.
like, you need somebody else stepping up. Starzo has
We'll say it.
been one at times to be able to put up those level of numbers.
What's your check? Dude, you got me with the
But it
fee.
is only one where they were in the right place at the
They
right
go for their
time.
fast B, and there's
Koshmaris
3 over
with a
towards
judge.
B. Oh, they're in
Right
trouble.
towards
Raise
B.
ult though.
It's not too crazy, and they got a showstopper alongside it.
What is going on here?
They're ready for this
Mate,
battle. Koshmaris is the
what
one
are these POVs?
Eat the bullet as a result. Good trade, but again, fighting back into it with Glyph on the spam. From here, Heretics
20 seconds, I
completely
was fully
pumping the
lost.
brakes. They've got no map control to work with. They're locked out of B. They know there's still numbers there. They know they're under pressure as well from that C side. So opening the door and going elsewhere isn't really a possibility, and they're being picked
Oh my god,
off.
reloading.
The
Dude, they both
players
were.
not reloading, not able to be dropped. Mates are right back on the horse, looking to hold
Damage
up
again,
there
if
with
you can do
just
damage, it's
3
big.
ends left to deal with.
I have the spike.
He's isolated 1 towards C. He knows it, but wants to deal with these B players. The high-low in play
Very
will deal
nice.
with
3
him first,
surviving.
though.
Got close,
Mates
man.
climb up
30
to
and 33 as well at 1
This could be
point.
their way back in.
Yeah, a good couple of rounds from them. I think having the quick thinking and quick rotations has been a major factor in their victories here. Being able to
The observer
delay
said, chat
enough of
please.
that
Dude, it must have been
double
horrible.
push.
Every POV is just in smokes or
Being able to
spamming.
pincer in. There was a moment where you think that Benji might be able to just close the round on the flank, but not this time. Our team definitely still feeling it. 11-9. 2 rounds the distance, and no shortage of change for Heretics to play with here. An operator in hand for Koshmaris.
Yeah, it's a big change up for them.
He's going to look to try and take some control of A, but with just a little bit of utility seen elsewhere, that's enough for almost a full
Heretics should
rotation.
cancel.
Look
Wait,
at this
what?
from mates. They already have 4 players on
What's
the C
going
side of
on?
the map.
The thing is, the rotates
Look at the
to
minimap.
respawn, not
What have they
telegraphed
done
so
here?
much, but once Glyph goes for that TP,
No one
alarm
even had
bells
the
ring
line
for
over towards
Heretics.
A.
They know that a rotation's coming
It's
into
a
play. The question
giant
is, by
over
how
rotate.
much? How many players are here? That's not something
one
they'll get an
keeps them
answer to, but
interested.
Wood has heard the fake steps going through water. They're trying to tell them that they left C lighter, trying to get someone to swing through. But when mates see nothing there, they'll start to second guess this. And with the spike grouping up on A, I assume that they are going to hit there. But the thing is, leaving Wood outside C for a moment made me think they'll try to pull the rotates, but instead, the A hit comes through just as Starzo walks away.
So they
They're
have no
already at
idea
the
how much
door,
they've owned it.
and a plant should be undeniable. But Heretics, they take a bit of time.
30
They're
seconds
cautious
left.
on the
Dude,
wall.
they perfectly smoked on their smoke.
Steel
I've never seen
Garden.
it overlap as perfect
They
as
really
this.
are playing this one nice and safe, trying to make sure nobody with a weapon at least can be within this site. Still taking their time.
Great stuff.
This is where Bippo's going to try and get in early. They're going to try and go ahead of the plant. And Martin's been able to already take down one. That's a lot of space guaranteed.
Mate,
Babu hits
your
the
team's
shot.
nowhere near you.
No sliding Neon. The trade's going back and forth, but the defense seemingly coming out on top.
Oh god, that's close, bro. These are close. I think Heretics have to eco. Maybe the plant saves them in this with the loss bonus. I'm not entirely sure. They're probably going to time out.
That mates weren't flooding
Tib, thank you for the prime as well, man. Appreciate the whole year. Thank you for your prime on me.
And the others are still only
Of the
making their
cleanest
way out of heaven.
retake. Yeah, Bippo went pretty early. I don't know if there was some util that stopped him on heaven that I missed.
Into the
But
nade after being blinded. That's a little bit cursed. And
oh, they were just waiting for Glyph, but I think he didn't catch the memo.
well, but again, it seems to be this man almost every single time. 25 and 14.
But this fight us. I know.
That could be about Bippo going a little
Yeah,
early.
I do wonder if that was what that was about. But they now get the chance to talk to their team as well. Now that Heretics have called a pause. I said after 6 rounds in a row, it didn't look like there was any way back in, but it does seem
I think you
like
got to put Martin back
Glyph's
on
definitely
veto.
woken
Yeah,
up.
you're right.
Starzo had
That's
a
the one
moment or
takeaway
two,
we can take from this map. You nailed it.
Well, Martin, you know, probably by far the best player in the server at this point, but it's whether or not that will be enough, and whether or not the coaching staff of Heretics can have the same impact that we've just seen from the other side.
Yeah, look, they were 6-0 down in this half, getting dominated in most of the rounds, and now the comeback is massive. The fact that it wasn't like they made a gamble there, they gambled toward, oh sorry, not like they made the correct gamble there, they gambled towards the C side. They rotated 4 players into position, they left Starzo alone on A. And
Okay.
yet, Heretics pressuring
This
that
is their big
weakness,
buy.
getting on site, finding a
2
plant,
that can't buy
dealing
next.
with Bippo, who goes in
2-9
a
loss
little ahead
bonus.
of
He
the
could
pack,
force up with
and
some light
still
armor. 1 that
mates
can't buy
being able to
next.
fight their way back. We've seen them not
We'd
be
have
able to
Neon
close
ult. They're gonna buy
advantages,
next
let
round.
alone
What is
claw their way
this?
back into things. For Heretics,
Yeah.
pause much needed. There's momentum.
Evan.
They're hiding behind the wall, but woo!
Wait, this is a cool round.
Maris, oh my goodness. That
With
looked like
with an
the
Omenal back
perfect
aside as well,
play
and then you get the
from
one
Mace.
way.
Hello.
And in fact, this might be Glyph with 2 in any other round. This would be a huge
Hey, this was
advantage,
nice.
but Mini still facing off against
Planted.
what seemed to be insurmountable odds.
It seems like a pause brought them back, and a pause might have just sent them to their doom. Back to regular.
Does he have to win
programming
this?
for Wu.
Maybe 1-9 loss bonus.
For Mini, well, they know roughly where he is. He can take his time clearing every angle, but they're all in the same spot. Koshmaras
K2
adds
goes at it.
another
This is a
triple
cool
to the
cool
collection.
set strat.
12 to 10. 1 needed to get themselves closer
Bro, look at
to
that
playoffs.
path thing, man. To
make
get up
sure
to here,
KC don't
that's
make
so sick.
playoffs.
Dude, they're coming up with
That's a
new
start.
stuff as well.
To at least convince a few
They
that
gotta be
Heretics might
back.
just be back.
That's crazy that Woot and Kosh checked that. Like, they clearly expected players to be on that left side, not even looking at the broken door, leaving that for teammates further behind. That blast pack up, that wrap around the wall, that was intentional from Heretics, I think, from the get-go. And if not, it was a wonderful adjustment mid-flight. 12 to 10, 2 chances to close this
Repping ahead,
out.
dude,
and
they over-rotate to
KC
C
fans out
so
there,
much.
a tragic day with
Just
how this
just
one
see mound
spelled out.
control with a Viper
Again,
here.
mates
They
come
get
in
4
favored.
here.
They've got 2 wins under their belt, something Heretics haven't been able to find until possibly just a few minutes from now. But historically, this isn't a matchup that Heretics lose. And we are 1 round away from history repeating itself.
Yeah. Historically, this matchup looked very different. Mates with a team that were never able to close, but the mates of this year has been a different beast. Making it to Santiago, but it seems like Heretics have decided today is the day they remind them how many international events they've made it to. Even still though, Nightfall through, A site found to be clear.
Whoa.
Showstopper from Martin popped
Miles away.
incredibly early. Allows it to clear.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I thought he was going to get nothing for it. This is a good spot. This is a very good pause.
They might not have an
And he's got
advantage
1
with
below him. The
weaponry,
high-low is big,
but
especially as
do
they
now
keep
have
him
a
going
man
like
advantage.
4 heaven.
Mates.
Okay, it's a nice
Always
change up
win a
from
map
mains.
in this series as well. That's the other consistent factor. It's always close. On this map, it has been. Not ready to let it slip just yet. They're fighting their way back in. Boo and Rien's left to deal with.
Oh, how's he allowed to win the high lower like this?
The C's in and Glyph is, oh my goodness, that's a risky play. Glyph caught and having to defuse that spike, isolate. The fight does well to start. No idea where Boo's made it off to. And
Very
it will
nice.
be the leader.
2-0 from Heretics, and I'm believing, man. That was pretty good, what I just saw. Two good maps. They got new stuff coming out. Their fracture look good. Good game plans. Gentleman's did a good game plan on attack as well, at least on Lotus.
They would have been rooting